Hello, hello, everybody. I think we are live. YouTube says so, so it must be true. Hope you are having a great weekend. Can't believe it's Sunday morning, afternoon already. For some of you, it's Sunday night, maybe even Monday morning. Maybe, I don't know. That's probably a stretch. But happy day to you and happy moments. So glad to have you here. Before we get into everything, let us bring our energy higher, raise our love vibration by coming back to the moment. And we'll take a big deep breath here in a sec. Come out of the future, come out of the past, come out of the chaos. And while we're holding our breath for a moment, think of something that you're sincerely grateful for in this moment. And then release, don't pass out, release and exhale whenever it feels comfortable for you. All right. So let's take a big deep breath in. Hold and gratitude. Beautiful. And then we will also help raise our love vibration by bringing in this wonderful singing bowl. And as I will hit it 3 times, just imagine a spark igniting within your own heart and igniting that essence of unconditional love that we are. But it's also the love of the upper realms, of the cosmic father, the cosmic mother, our creator. Let it fill your heart and transform emotions to higher vibration. Move out into your body, changing your cells, your blood, your skin, your bones, your muscles, into higher vibration. Let it just pour out into that, like light just glowing out into your physical body, up into our brains, transforming our thoughts and belief to higher vibration, and then out to our energy field, influencing it, raising the vibration of our energy, just every area of our lives, every area, and then fill us up and then flow out to the world and let it do what it needs to do in the outside world in order to raise the vibration of the planet and our collective of humanity. So here we go. We'll do it 3 times starting here. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. She's singing away here. All right. Let's just put her back in her little spot here. All right. Welcome, everybody. So happy to see you all. My tribe, my family, our wonderful adventure mates as we go in this wonderful, amazing adventure in this human life, right? Woohoo! So welcome. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. 2 things very important to have in this human adventure. and there's room for more beautiful souls. So welcome. How the free readings work, we do go down in order in the chat, first come, first serve. There's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows all. So we'll pull cards for that. Free readings are generally 1 to 2 cards. If you want to dive deeper or have your reading prioritized, a donation will do that. When I receive a donation, I honor the energy exchange, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards, and then I return back to the free readings. You can make a donation using the super chat or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Square, and whatever amount you want to give is the perfect amount. I know everyone's cost of living and income varies across the world. So I know when you give from your heart, that is the perfect amount. Um, what else did I want to say? I don't know. It kind of went off somewhere else for a sec there. So if you're, after I'm done with the donations, then my YouTube channel members do get second priority for their free readings. You'll see their names in green with their little badges. I have a couple here. Happy Pill, hello, hello, and Kelly, hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Shout out to you. And if you're interested in doing that, I do have 2 levels: Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month, and Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. In addition to getting priority in these sessions on Fridays and Saturdays, I don't always complete all the free readings, but I always complete my donations and my YouTube channel members. So that's a benefit that comes with that. Sundays are different. I always come back on and finish out everyone because I know not everyone can make donations or afford memberships. So I always come back on for those on Sundays. And sometimes I do it on Friday and Saturday if spirit nudges me to, but always guaranteed YouTube channel members and donations. And in addition to that, Wednesday nights we have a 2 hour, at least a 2 hour, sometimes we go longer, for free readings for my YouTube channel members, both levels. We do tarot readings, oracle readings, past life readings, whatever. And then my praying mantis level, the higher level, gets a special Thursday night session, Q&A readings as well. And then also on Friday and Saturday night, and then this one Sunday, after my 2 hour session, we do have an hour or more with them as well. In addition to all of that, all my YouTube channel members get advanced access to all my videos I put out, which I just put out solstice readings, which my YouTube channel members had access to weeks ago. Just so everyone knows, though, solstice, here's the little playlist link. There's 4 videos because it's for each element. So fire signs, air signs, and then within each the videos, there is a oracle card for each individual sign. So it puts a little extra taste for each sign in addition to the general reading for your element. 2025 is going to be all about elements, which you guys will find out. Also, I have my 2025 energy forecasts for each individual zodiac sign that are out. So all my YouTube channel members have access to that right now. And then everyone else will get it on the solstice on December 20th. They'll all automatically post. So you guys will have access to those. But I have a bunch of stuff coming up, which I talk about in the 2025 video of stuff that we're going to have. So you're going to have advanced access to weekly Zen bites and some other fun videos. I don't want to spoil it all. All right. But if you're interested, there's a link down below for that, and also offer personal readings and other things if you want to dive deeper. There's a link for that too. All right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to move my coffee over here after I take a sip. I'm not going to knock it around. So I'm going to be using this tarot deck today. I've been using it this weekend, The Wandering Star by Kat Pierce. She's actually a singer too. So if you check her out, if you so choose. All right. So let's dive into it. Let me just move this out of the way here. We do have some donations. So we've got here, let's see, I got some via the PayPal. And then also in here. So Rocky's World will be up first for your dual donations. Thank you so much for that. And then let me check timestamps. Yeah, and then we do have Patricia. I see your donation via the PayPal. And then let's see here. And then Maria. Hey Maria. And then Nelia. And that's where we're at so far for donations. So we'll do that. And then we'll go from there. So let's jump in. So Rocky's World, thank you for your first donation here. Let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. And your first question is, how did JP feel when you called him on the company phone just to speak to him? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Hey, Deb, Praying Mantis, pop out. Popping in. So shout out to one of my Praying Mantis members. Excuse me. Good to see you. We'll see you in a while, maybe, right? Thanks for visiting and bringing your beautiful energy. All right, Rocky, let's take a look here. So, how did he feel when you called him on the company phone just to talk to him? Let's see. Interesting. All right. Let's see what we got here. So, 2, 2, and 2, but these are like 2 on the end, like equal sign. But on the bottom of the deck is cool. We got the 3 of Cups, which is, this great joy energy, joy, 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 celebration kind of energy. So the underlying energy under it all was joyful. They were delighted to hear from you. So that's good. Yeah, and then the 9 of Cups is also a happiness, joyful card. The bottom of the deck gives us kind of the underlying current, and then the other cards that actually come out clarify more. And they were happy here, but they were a little conflicted. And it's funny. They're like, I don't know, it's like a company line, and um, you know, they that whole rules about not supposed to be using my company phone for personal reasons, but you know, I hope this isn't recorded, all those things going through his head. That's funny. So we have that. Ooh, nice. So, emotional choice here. We like the Lovers card coming in, and the Six of Swords. Movement of from choppy waters to calmer waters. I feel like here they were having a little bit of a rough day, and when you called, it was nice to have someone who wasn't demanding something of them, complaining about something, asking them for work stuff, and it was a nice. I just like calmed the waters is that kind of energy that I come in there. So brought a little brightness and a little bit of calm to their day. They're just like, it's nice just to have someone, like you with your heart, just to be able to do that. So I like that. We do have the Eight of Swords and the Devil card. So if you were like picking up some weird vibes from them, they are having some stuff go on in their world. They got the Devil card is the shaking, the rattling of Saturn energy, Capricorn energy, and the Eight of Swords is them um like learning of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make them feel blinded and bound and trapped and restricted and small, all of that stuff. And I just feel like they're going through some stuff in their world where energetically things are being shaken and rattled, and he's questioning like his life purpose and who am I and what do I want in the world. It's kind of that, it's not like a midlife crisis, but it is like a semi kind of what am I doing all this for kind of energy, and is it really worth all this stress? And he's really questioning a lot of that stuff. So I feel like they just want you to know that if you're picking up like, is he stressed? Yeah, he is. He's challenging a lot, and his energy is being challenged a lot for him, though. Yeah. Wow. I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, this is transformational energy. But there's almost like there's this like they wanna go back to school and learn something new. It's almost like they're contemplating a life change. like, I wanna do something different with my life, and, um, like, even, like, career change, like, I wanna become a doctor, and maybe not that extreme, but it's like, I wanna go do this kinda stuff. But ultimately, the Page of Cups is this joy and celebration, this higher emotional energy that came in. So, I like that, and that's what we were looking for, right? Is just like, what did he think and feel, when it happened? So it was good. It's a good, um, emotion there, and uh, flowing in there. Um, I feel like for your fortune cookie, we're gonna use these. I've got like these choice of like 5 different decks for the fortune cookies today. It's like a baked Christmas cookies, and I've got an array of them. But we're gonna use the sweet dreams here. Yeah, I love it. What a great card. It says connect. It's not too clear there. It says I create strong emotional connections with the important people in my life. So you connected, and there was a connection with that. So I like it. So that's for that first one there. Good, good. I love how that matched up. And then for the second one, thank you so much for your second donation. Let's give that also a love and a like here. And you wanna know, how does Roberto feel about your Aladdin date? Oh, wow. Let's take a look here and see how Roberto felt about that. Watch us get the world card. A whole new world. I'm gonna break out in song here. I guess I just did. But we might break out again. Sing the entire song. Come on, everybody, join in. I can show you the world. All right. All right. Enough, enough. That's not why we're here. I'll be here all night in the blue light lounge, right? So, interesting that there's, like, this progression. Alright, we're gonna start down here, though. So, we have the 10 of swords. I like this. This 10 of swords is like ending of expectations and letting go of things, and I liked it. Um I feel like they kinda had some reservations about the experience, not with you necessarily, but it just felt like there was a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's that he had on himself, that he let go that night. He just was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go along on this magic carpet ride for 2," right? And so he's like, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna enjoy this." And he just let everything, all the expectations go. I like that. And then, yeah, and the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So there was this kind of change here too with this, 5 of Pentacles is like the fear of lack, of being left behind, abandoned, left out in the cold kind of energy. But the 9 of Pentacles is this independence and feeling fullness too. So I feel like it started off, um, I don't know, I don't know if it was, it feels like his day was just like, it felt like, ugh, but they were like, "You know what? I'm gonna let all that go, and I'm going to enjoy it." Um, I feel like they're so glad they did, because that's prosperity and stability that came in. So it just feels like they started off just, like, with a crappy day, and they were like, "You know what? I'm not gonna bring that into this date." And they did, and I'm glad that they did that. There's all this letting everything go, and just like, I'm gonna, go on this, I'm gonna go into this fantasy world, and I'm gonna just enjoy the heck out of it. He wouldn't use the word heck, he would use different words, but he's gonna enjoy the out of it, you know? And so he decided that he was, yeah. And so there was the 3 of Wands. It ended up being, so much so different than he thought it would be, and it really helped bring in this, 2 of Pentacles, balance and peace. So I just feel like it, He did see a whole new world right before his eyes. And that's really cool. I love that because, and that's now I understand why they wanted to wait here. Yeah, well, all these cards on the bottom of the deck, but because it started off really, Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck energy started off like really a lot of conflict, a lot of like deception and lying at work or whatever happened during the day. Just a lot of conflict. But then the Six of Swords, it's almost like the magic carpet. It brought it from rough waters to calmer waters. It allowed him to leave some emotions behind that didn't serve him. And it actually brought it into the Nine of Cups, which was like a dream come true, which I like that energy. And of course, you here with the Empress energy was there, which is very the nurturing and the creator of things, the creativity. And you just helped it be this, whole new whole new world. Again, they could bring it in. The Ace of Cups is great. And that's again joy and celebration kind of energy. And the Hanged Man, it's almost like you might have felt like you had to drag him and tie him up, but he definitely saw things from a different perspective, and it just gave him a different perspective, and I like that. Those were on the bottom of the deck. There was like boom, this little burst of energy there, and then let's see what else we have here. Yeah, so the Seven of Pentacles is this, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But I feel like that's the evening. This isn't like the whole relationship or that. It was just like it 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 started off. I almost feel like you kind of felt this too. It kind of started off like, oh, is this evening gonna go well with them? Because it kind of starts off where, when you plant seeds, you don't see anything for a little while. You're just like, did the seed die? Sometimes you plant seeds on a little pot and you're like been watering it and you're like, are these things even alive? Did they die or did I drown them? And then all of a sudden, boop, it pops up. And then before you know it, there's this growth and things just take off. And I feel like that's kind of what happened. Even like the Nine of Wands was like there felt like there was resistance or a barrier. And then all of a sudden it's like the dam broke and then floods came in. And it's like they chose to close their eyes and open their heart instead of, stay in their head. They decided to go, "You know what? Turning this off, and I'm just gonna go with the flow." And then it did. And I feel like they really enjoyed it. Um, it's kinda like they chose to tune in to their inner child and let their inner child have a play date instead of "Rah, rah, 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 rah," be a grump. And, um and I like it. So, I like all that. Let's see here. I feel like we still wanna go back to the sweet dreams here. It's like all this wishing upon a star energy. So let's see what we have here for you. So, all right, that one right there. I love it. Manifest. My dreams help me to manifest all that I need. And I like that. And this talks about like your sleeping dreams, but it also can be like your wishing upon a star dreams. And I like that. I like that um, because of your creativity, because of that Empress energy of, you know what, I want to do something different and da 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 da. It's like, wow, because I imagine that was your idea to go to Aladdin. It just felt like that energy. But your creativity really helped them just like shake loose from this perceived reality into a whole like, again, a whole new world. Now we're all gonna be singing that song, "Thanks, brudda-zen." You're welcome. It's a good energy, especially when they're on that magic carpet to above the world looking at everything, right? Alright, so that's what they have for you, Rocky, so thank you again for your dual donations, greatly appreciate it. Many blessings to you, I love it. All right. So let's see. Yep. So then we have Patricia. Thank you so much for your donation via the PayPal. And then your question was up here. So a woman Facebook requested you this week. You helped her family out over 10 years ago, and she was nice. Capital BUT, but it was a working relationship. Why now? All right, let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know about this? Why are they reaching out now? All right. So, what do you want us to know about this connection? Okay. And then that one here too. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Ooh, all right. Well, I'm just saying, the bottom of the deck. Wow. Yeah, wow. The bottom of the deck. Boom, boom, boom. We got the Lovers card. We got the Ten of Pentacles, which is another relationship looking for security and abundance in the outside world. And then the Star card, which is also wishing upon a star. So there is this energy that's coming in here about, you know, that they're looking definitely for some sort of important connection here, and we'll see what that is with these other cards, but that other energy, I mean, this can go many ways, but I'm feeling like, I mean, wishing upon a star, Lover's card, Ten of Pentacles, which is usually like, partners and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, wow, is this romantic or is it like they have a dream for a business idea and they loved working with you? We'll find out here through these cards. So let's look. So the first card up, we got the Strength card. So definitely there's this energy of attraction here to this, Leo energy, fire sign energy, the sun kind of energy too, because it rolls over Leo. But it's your strength, it's your ability, it's the sunshine, it's this, it's like the sun. I mean, you're like, wow, who wouldn't be drawn to that, when someone's looking for brightness in their life, right? So I feel like, again, this can go either way, but you have this confidence and the strength, this energy that draws people with this fire energy. That's what fire signs, they have that natural energy. And you may not be a fire sign. May have a lot of fire in your chart, but your energy does this. It acts like a fire sign. So let's see what else we have here. All right. So they definitely had some fears. They had some heartbreak with the Three of Swords. They really been working on letting go of their own small t truths, all this kind of energy. Oh, that's what you're aqua like me. And so they've been working through letting go of a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and clearing things out of their life, that whatever this big disappointment that they went through in their life, they've been working on themselves, which is good. And so they have been, these uh energies of frustration, anxiety, and feeling trapped has been released from them too. So, we've got that flow of mindset. So that's good. Since the last time, over the last 10 years, they've really evolved through those things. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So we do have the Three of Pentacles, which is wanting to create something together. And the High Priestess, again, there's this energy of, I feel like they've been away for a while. Like, I feel like from relationships and different things, and they've really had some time to really go into the High Priestess temple and connect higher, look behind the veil, deal with things emotionally. And so I definitely feel like they've really found themselves too with this Three of Pentacles, which means they're more true to their authentic self and who they want to be, and have really kind of found themselves during this time too. Yeah. We'll take a look here and see. There's a couple more cards here. Then we'll see what this is here. So, yeah, there definitely is this wanting to create, finding themselves, release. They've really changed a lot here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, Page of Swords and the King of Wands. So, we got the Page of Swords, so they have a lot of clarity that came in their lives. And the King of Wands is, again, this they've really taken control of their life in a different way. And they've really broken out of expectations. And, that's what the king and the emperor kind of energy do. Again, fire energy, but they're like, um, thank everybody for all your opinions, supposed to be, but it's my life. And I feel like they were living their life for so many people, and now they're living the life for themselves. And they wanted to reach out to you here. It's not still it's kind of nudged me towards um not work, but we'll get some clarity here. So he said, does spirit say reconnecting is was that as good? It says as guys, but I think you're like, is it a positive thing to reconnect? Is it for you your highest experience? And because it was when you lived in PA, old energy. Yeah, right. So I definitely feel like they've kind of changed things a bit there. So let's see here. Is this reconnection a like encouraged by spirit for your highest good? Right. All right. Well, you have the full card. It's a brand new adventure. That's a positive card. You have the devil card too, which is the shaking and Capricorn Saturn energy of removing some old ways of thinking and it's like there's some shadowing of mirror that's there. And that's always good for us. It's for us. And the Page of Cups. It's this is a good card. It brings you good emotion and stuff. So I would say, it's love, fun, magic. So I'm like, all right, I definitely feel like with these cards, that um it's transformative and it's good for you. Um, is she still married? See, that's I don't think she is, because I feel like she left everything there. Yeah, 6 of Swords, leaving behind the old and moved into the new, left the rough waters behind and moved into calmer waters. So I do feel like she moved on, um, from that situation because she took her life in and she was trying to live a life that for everyone else, but she really has found herself, and that's why I feel like there's the reaching outness that's there. Interesting. Ooh, doesn't hurt to accept it and chat, right? Let's take a look here. I feel like because of all that star card that we do want to go to the sweet dreams fortune cookie here for your fortune cookie. Let's see what else spirit has here. Yeah, so trust your intuition. So you have the through my subconscious, I trust my inner wisdom and intuition. So there's that high priestess energy that's there too. It's like trust your, get out of your head, Aquarius, I know that's hard for us. Get out of our head and into our heart and go, But we like adventure. We like those kind of things that, come with that too. Oh, you still live there too at the same address. Let's see here. Still at the same address. 3 of Cups, joy, celebration, friends, family. Yeah, I feel like I feel like they're still all there because I think she had family, right? Like besides a husband. So I feel like she stayed there with the children and then husband went somewhere else because they were like, well, You can have the house and the kids, or he's like, "No, you can have it. Bye." I feel like she was more the nurturer, and I feel like her husband was more distant and not such a family person. "Oh, you watch the kids. Oh, okay." So, yeah, I feel like it's still the same address, so there you go. Alright, so have fun, Patricia. Alright, and that's what they have for you, so thank you again for your donation. Enjoy the new adventure with the full card, right? Dun da da da! Very Aquarian. Very, very, in fact, the full card is Uranus, energy, which rolls over Aquarius, so there we go. Strut your Aquarius self. Alright. Alright. And then, so thank you and many blessings to you, my friend. And up next, we have Maria, and then we'll go to Nelia next. So, hey, Maria, you're here. All right. Days of Our Lives, starring a new character. Yeah, right. This season, what's going to happen? All right. All right. So, thank you for your donation, and let's find out what we have going on to you, right? A little character. Hey, Amazing Grace, and for anyone new coming in, donations automatically, I will follow down there. And if you're just doing a free reading, all you just put your question out there. There's not like you don't have to ask to be put on the list. The chat is it, so you just put your question out there, and we're good. Makes it easier that way. That's less admin. All right. So let's take a look here. Okay, I didn't even wasn't even reading your questions yet, and you got the Wheel of Fortune coming out here, Maria. So before we even start on your questions, they're just wanting you to know that everything that unfolds in your life is for you, the tune for you, the fortune. And I like that, just starting off, they're just like, just know, trust that whatever unfolds in our world is for us, even when sometimes we can't see it yet until, and our usually the Wheel of Fortune is our human will realize and see how this is for us. But, um, so they're starting off with that. So boom. All right. So, what are Walter's and feelings and thoughts towards you today? Oh, you took the test. And as we thought, boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So these are feelings and these are thoughts. And he freaked out and said, "I can't. We can't." Oh. So he's asking you to not allow that child to enter the world, huh? And so you told, you told him to please stop asking. So his thoughts, and then will he be the father's baby? Okay. Well, he is, but is he going to be? Is he going to be a dad, or is he just, you know, going to be the I'm gonna say the initiator of the transportation of bringing him into the world, right? All right, so let's see what their feelings are right now. All right, yeah. Queen of Cups, a lot of emotion below the surface here. And the Five of Pentacles is this feelings of lack, of loss. Yeah, I think we had that the other day too. Struggle, hardship, loss. And the Queen of Cups, she's the ruler over emotion, so there's a lot of emotion, a lot of fear, with this Five of Pentacles, of um struggle, especially not having enough, and hardship. And that's what they're looking at, is like, with everything that's going on in their life, they're like, I can't um afford all that. I feel like with his ex-wife and all that kind of stuff he's already like has all this money going to that where it's like the struggle of moving out and being on their own and all this kind of stuff. They're like, I can't, I just can't, it's too much. I can't do it all. And I feel like that's why they're freaking out. So they have a lot of that emotion that's going on. So they're in fight or flight mode. They're not acting like adult Walter. They're acting like 2-year-old Walter. And when our little inner child feels unsafe and out of control, it knocks out our intelligent brain, our compassion, and our loving selves, and it's a little 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat. I wore the shirt today. It will attack and run away, or it goes into self-preservation mode, which is exactly what I'm feeling with all this energy is, "No, I gotta," and you know, they've really withdrawn in and have the walls up, right? Their thoughts yeah, okay. So, their thoughts, hermit mode, again, pulling back um, and has this, just and the 10 of wands here too is the overwhelm, like, burden, demands, overloaded. Their brain is, like on fire. So, it's what they do. They fight or flight mode, and they go into the flight mode, right? Which is good. They're not a fighter. They're not like you know, someone that's gonna yell and rah, 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 they will more pull inward, right? Oh, he kept saying he's pathetic. Yeah, that definitely is what the inner child will say, right? Is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm being this jerk, right? Well, it's because he's being his fearing 2-year-old self, and that's what 2-year-olds do. So, you know, that's what's coming in there. So those are their feelings and their thoughts. They're just just know this is their current energy, and so when we're tapping in, they're just like freaking out. Like you said, they're freaking out and they're in fight or flight mode with this energy. This is not the Walter energy I normally feel, which that Walter, the adult Walter, is locked out. It's like you can imagine, like, you have children, right? So you can imagine, like, you go out to get the mail and you go look back and the door is closed and locked, and your little 2-year-old is looking out the window going, ha ha ha. And you're like, open the door. And they're like, no, you can't come in, you know. And you're like, open that door. And they're like, mm-mm. That's what's going on with them right now. So, we have that there. Um So we'll see what else we have going on here because you said, did you have your yeah, days of your lives? So, we'll see what these other cards are here as well. So, and you told him stop asking you to do that. And what are his thoughts? Yeah, because he has the ace of wands, which is that spark of energy, this fear that's here, but the two of wands too, with you telling him, "Stop asking me to do that because I'm not going to," right? You're like, "I'm gonna bring this little soul into the world with or without you." But this is plans and partnership and influence, the ace of wands to the two of wands. And so it's, it's got him, going back and forth between these lower vibrational and higher vibrational energies. Because if you're, you know try to put yourself in their shoes. I know it's hard right now, but if you're like, um, because I'm stepping into his shoes, and it's like, well, if I can have the stress go away, that's like their fear. That's the selfish fear of an inner child. It's like, I don't want another brother, it'll, it's like all those movies where the older brother tries to get rid of the younger child. It's like, no. But when you realize, well, that soul is going to come into this world, well, now it has a second option that they're contemplating is, can I walk away from this and know that I have a child in the world? Because I feel like they have this 5 of pentacles, these Feelings of abandonment and being left behind go back to their childhood. They felt abandoned by their father, and they vowed never to be that kind of father, and that's where a lot of the pressure comes in too, is that they don't want to have a child come into the world if I can't be engaged and be the perfect father for them, and that's what's going on here a lot. And so they're going back and forth. So when you said, "Stop asking me," now it's got them going that. And will he be? Based on his current energy, it's unknown. You got the high priestess, which is a lot of hidden and unknown things. So I feel like that's that's the whole shebang there, right? Is and this comes back to how this is happening for you. Um, Whether they are going to be a part of the child's life or not, that child chose you, and no pressure, there's no judgment, you know, um, if it's like, well, I can't do this and I need to not have this baby, spirit and the spirit world, there's no judgment on that side. The soul that's, going to be in the little child is like, oh, there's other options, I've channeled miscarried babies and aborted babies and different things, and they're unconditionally loving souls, and it's a whole different, you know, experience when you connect to the higher realms. But you're like, "Ah, I wanna know." But the whole thing is like, it's like you're not supposed to know right now whether they will or not, because it's worst case scenarios, they don't. How do you feel about bringing this child in, um, just with you? And I feel like that's an important thing because, one, it's never guaranteed that someone's gonna be in our life forever. And so, and I know that's like, well, I wanna know if they are, but just to know that yeah, yeah. And it's his own pain that's being reflected in all of that too. Yeah. But that's not him, right? I mean, that's the unloving, uncompassionate, stupid self. That's like when humans are in fear, we do stupid shit, That's how it is. Look at the world. When our little inner child feels unsafe or out of control, we do unloving, uncompassionate, stupid stuff because that's what a little 2-year-old does. I mean, you have children, right? Like you said, if you're like you see your one of your children about to knock the other child over the head with their big Tonka metal truck because they're mad at him, and it's like, "Whoa, no," because they don't know any better. They're like, "My toys," you know, and it's like because they haven't experienced life, they're not intelligent yet, and that's what happens. We revert to that. So, you know, um does he still care about you? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that doesn't change, but that caring person is not there anymore for in the moment, right? We have the King of Wands, which there is this passion, there is this energetic connection that's still there between the two of you, but they're just in conflict right now. So, you know, it's like um you just have to kind of realize that they've checked out, and that once they calm down, then they will see life differently. Right now, they're just seeing fear, and they're acting like a little hissing cat, you know. But they will calm down, and then you'll see what happens. But right now, it's like you have to make decisions without them. You're like, you know what? All right, I get it. It's too much for you right now in your life, but what do I want for my life? I get to decide for me, and that's what, we can look at it, right? Um, I wouldn't necessarily mute them. I would just focus in on you right now and this little soul that's inside of you, right? Let's see. Let's see what your little fortune cookies are here. What else does Spirit want you to know? Yeah. So you got path, and it says, wander on the path less traveled. What you find might surprise you. So the path less traveled is I'm going to do this alone, right? And if I have to, and I don't, I'm not going to let their decisions influence what I want to do. And so you decide what you want, you know, while you can, right? You're in America, right? Do decide. But the other thing, uncertainty. Here's that high priestess unknown stuff. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. So you will get clarity eventually. But this uncertain path is, you know what? And that's kind of what we talked about, yesterday, is that you are powerful. You are so strong, and you don't need someone um, to be anything for you in your life. You can be everything for you and for your children. And and it's like, you've done it for how long, right? You're like, that's right. Um, I had a and this is the final thing that I'll say here, is that I had a friend who she had 3 different children from 3 different fathers throughout, like, she was married to someone, and they had a baby, and then it didn't work out, and so they were together, like, 3 years, and then she got married to someone else and had a baby with them, and that lasted for a couple years, and then that was it, and then she got married again and had a baby. So she, had these, marriages with these children, and then but she was, always trying to find a partner to help her raise her children, and when we came into each other's lives, I was like, I would do readings, and I'm like, she goes, I need someone to help raise my children with," and I go, "But they're all, like, 14 and 17 and 20," and I go, "And you always end up having another child," like, I mean, the man ended up being a child themselves. Like, you end up raising another child, and they were like, "Oh my god, you're right. I don't end up having someone that helps me. I have someone end up with someone that I end up helping, like, I'm the mom for them too." And it was like, "Wow, okay." It was, like, really aware that, I mean, I'm like, you have raised them all well on your own. But so there's that power there, just to let you see that, and that you're like, "Okay, that just helps ground a little bit and helps you come to a place where you get to decide," right? So I like that. You're like, "Yep, can you resonate?" So hang in there, mama. That's why I'm gonna start calling you mama now. Mama Maria. You're like, "No." All right, but hang in there. We send you so much love right now and surround you in a big bubble of unconditional love energy, knowing that, you know, this little soul chose you. All your children chose you as to be their mom, to be their parent in this life on purpose. So just realize that it's not like, oops, an accident. It's always purposeful. So there you go. Many blessings. Thank you for your donation, and much love to you. All right. You are very welcome. Hang in there, and we're here for you if you need anything. All right. And so thank you again. Many blessings. And then Nelia. And then we have Johanna. Hey, Johanna. Shout out to one of my YouTube channel members, Praying Mantis. Whoop. Thank you. You'll be up next here after Nelia. So, Nelia, thank you for your sticker. Bravo, bravo. And for your donation. And let's take a look here. So, oh, thank you for all the love and the light. We will take it. And let's see here. Do you have your question down here? Yo, yo, yo. So I see your free question, Nelia, but I'm not seeing your donation question. So if you are here, um, let me know your free question. I mean, your donation question. Let me just look down slower here. I might just have flown by it. Hmm. Maybe it didn't come through. I have live chat on, so it should be here. All right. So what I'll do here, Nelia, since you have a free reading request here, I will, unless it pops up here any second, I'll make that your priority donation reading. We'll dive deeper into that. And then if you can put your another additional free question out. How's that? Just for the sake of time. All right. So, and you wanted any messages from your guardian angels? I'm really being drawn in here. We've got this oracle deck, these messages from the spirits of nature oracle. And I just feel drawn to that here. So let's take a look here and see what they have coming in here. So, what message from your angels? All right. Wow. Okay. You got the lotus flower with resurrection. Dun, 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 dun. And that's card number 22, power number 22, master number 22, which is this it's representing connecting to your higher self and raising to a new level too. Let's see what it says here. Though they look delicate and fragile, lotus flowers have unparalleled resilience. Their existence stretches back more than 145 million years. They even survived the most recent ice age when most plants in the northern hemisphere became extinct. Their seeds can survive for thousands of years without water. They tend to thrive in wetlands and grow in mud, yet are able to adapt to other environments. Every day through their lives, they submerge into murky water. I'm sorry, murky river. River water. So I did see water, only to rebloom each morning without lingering residue from their environment. No wonder the lotus has become such a powerful symbol for the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Yeah, it's blooms, they go and go underwater, and then whatever they gleaned from the sun, they process it, and then in the day, it goes book again. That's really cool. The lotus is often seen alongside spiritual masters, and thus is also associated with faith and spiritual enlightenment. One story tells of how Buddha appeared atop a floating lotus, and his first footsteps on earth left behind blossoms. Lotus spirit is deep within our collective consciousness to remind us to trust the cycles of life no matter where we are in the process. And even when we are in the mud of despair, what inevitably follows is a resurrection into the light. Wow. Beautiful, right? So, in the message that this brings for you, it says the recent experiences you've gone through have been so intense and disturbing that you've questioned your faith in spirit and your own capabilities to pull yourself out of the muck. Yet, you must keep your faith even though you feel like life has kicked you around and severely tested you during this time. The suffering you've endured by being a captive of the darkness will soon be relieved, and you will be able to shed any residue from the experience as you go through a major rebirth. Wow. Each cycle of rebirth you have experienced in your lifetime has had its degree of pain preceding the emergence, just like childbirth. Through it all, you have survived and ultimately been renewed, often by letting die those aspects of yourself and your circumstances that no longer fit who you are and who you're becoming in this next era of your life. Wow. Resurrect your faith and allow yourself to blossom steadily, yet unhurriedly, as you reach for the light, only to find the light has been there all along and is now making itself even more apparent. You might even acknowledge this cycle of renewal by celebrating with a ceremony. Wow. So I really like this. It is like an upgrade that's happening in your spiritual life. And, and speaking to your guardian angels, it is about bringing it higher, bringing things higher, and this amazing connection with your higher self. Master number 22 is all about realizing there's the two of you living this human experience, this character that you're playing for a short time here, and then the actor behind the character, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And I love that for you. Boom, boom, boom. And then for your fortune cookie, I'm being drawn to these bright golden from the heart affirmations. So let's see what else they want you to know. What else do your guardian angels and angels want you to know? Okay. Wow. I'll show it to you and then I'll read it. It says, I create loving action, which sets my soul free as I grow. There we go. As you grow as a lotus with gratitude. So definitely this amazing change that's happening, and I love how they celebrated and acknowledged all these rebirths that you've had in your life that have had some big pain before, like childbirth, like it said, and you're just like, wow, and you've been going through a lot, and you're ready for this rebirth. I feel like you've moved beyond, like you've had the painful situations and now you're ready to like come out of the mud and um, break the surface and feel the sun on you. So I love that. So that's what they have for you for that. So again, Nelia, that was your free reading, but I didn't see your other question. So put another question um, to replace the free one if you'd like, of course. Wouldn't tell you what to do. All right, so Johanna is up, and then KVH, I do see your donation. You'll be up after that. All right, so Johanna from the other side of the world. Hello. Good to see you. So, are minks animal guides for you at this time? All right. I'll take a look here. Oh, hey. Oh, well, thank you, Nelia. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Well, I prioritized your reading. Well, that's good. So, you're what thank you, and, it all worked out good. Okay. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I appreciate that. But I love that from your guardian angels. All right. So, are these oh, I'm sorry, Johanna. Let me make sure I give this a love and a like. How rude. And thank you for your donation. I just like jumped right in. Happy Sunday to you too. So the minxes, are they animal guides for you? Let's take a look here. All right. What do we have here? Let me just take a look here. No, I don't see them as specific animal guides here for you. Bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Swords. There is, of course, this higher wisdom and um influence, but they're not like an animal guide, like an animal spirit guide. But they definitely are in your life on purpose because this is all about influence and energy and growth. So they're definitely there as entities that were supposed to be in your life right now, but they're not like acting as spirit guides. They're acting as you know characters in your play to help you learn. And so in a way, that's how they're presenting themselves. because you have the, Page of Cups, learning this higher love of giving and receiving this energy from them. And so I do feel like you are picking up on this emotional energy because they do have love. They do have love energy, and they are expressing it here. And yeah, you even have the 7 of Cups, which is a wide variety of emotions that they give you. And you have your higher self with the Judgment card that is guiding you through this. There's a part of an awakening that you have been interacting with them, but it's it's not like I said, it's not as like a power animal or as a spirit animal. It's of a higher being expressing itself through, a little character, if that makes sense. And they will. They're teaching you patience with the 7 of Pentacles and balance too with the 2 of Pentacles. So a lot of this awareness is because they're so damn cute. It's like it's easy to be patient with them, and I feel like they just bring you this balanced energy when you're around them too. So, but I don't feel like they are like a spirit, like I said, a spirit animal. And let's see, I'm drawn here to the Whispering Woods here. A little mink. Through a little mink, isn't it? It's just like, oh, boo 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 boo. It is, and because they're just, you know, um, they're like little um, conduits of energy, right? Yeah, and look, you got kindness here, and that's a squirrel up in the corner, or a mink. No, I'm just kidding. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. And it's that kindness. I just feel like there's this, you know, they're very gentle creatures, very kind, like they have kindness, right? So I like that energy coming in there. And they are in a way like they're telling you, you know, be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And because I feel like you might be beating yourself up a little bit, like, well, I should be an expert on minxes already, even though you just started helping out, right? And they're like, just, be kind to yourself, please. Yeah. Well, they're not predators of humans, though. Not yet. Till they've tasted blood. I'm just kidding. All right. So, that's what they have for you right now, Johanna. So, many blessings to you. Isn't that funny? It's like the movies. Oh no. All right. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear. And then KVH, thank you so much for your donation. And let me just see here. Do you have a question in here? Okay. So I don't see your question. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much. Can you get guidance from Spirit on writing this application? Absolutely. And we might have, if you asked that yesterday, that sounds familiar. And I know you had like a quick free reading where they were talking about like you would there's a third party person that can help you and like someone that's an expert that you can get some good advice and get some I can't believe I remember all that and get some like something they say can trigger an idea for you too. So if you didn't hear that yesterday, you can go back and listen to the full thing, but I think that's kind of the skinny of it was that because you had like a 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Cups kind of card where it's like there's someone else that can help you with it too. So let's see, what else do they want you to know about advice on writing this application? So we'll dive in extra deep here because looks like they have a lot of extra advice here. So we will. Let me move these down here. Run out of space. There we go. Yeah, it's spirit, 'cause I do so many readings, and so much and other stuff that when I remember and it just regurgitates the entire thing, I know it's like spirit licking their finger and going into the memory and going, "Boop, play." So it's definitely them here. Alright. So, advice on, writing this application. So, you have the 10 of Pentacles coming in here first, and the 10 of Pentacles is like this full encompassing, um, um, card of the outside world, and so it's like there's this, and it's almost like legacy kind of energy, but the way I'm seeing it as this application is if you're like, should I go simple with just a few things or should I go big? And they're saying, go big with it, have it inclusive of a lot of things. So if you were like kind of going, well, I can just have it do this and boom, or I could take a little more time in it and have it do this. They're like, have it do this because it's beneficial for you, if that makes sense. You have the Queen of Wands too. Yeah, you have all this energy in this with the Queen of Wands. She helps roll over energy and passion and expression and creativity too. And it actually says creativity on the card there. Which is good. And she also has a great connection to spirit too. So one of the things that helps when we're creating something when we're like we have fear and anxiety and lower vibrational energy that's rooted in fear, it kind of cuts us off from creativity because it's so noisy and loud. So something that you can do is connecting to spirit and coming to a place of calm and even like put on incense and meditate and you know connect to the higher realms and go, hey, can you guys show me? And they will. That's the great thing too, is if you're unsure of like, well, how can I do this? They are, of course, the creatives. They're the sea of creativity that we connect with. And they won't meddle in our lives though unless we ask them of our own free will to do that, right? And so what I like is that they're saying, you know, we're here if you need us. So if you're like, how can I make this work? And they're like, just take a deep breath, close your eyes, open your heart, connect and ask of your own free will. And then you'll get stuff that'll be just dropped into your head, things that'll come to the outside world. They'll bring you answers and they want to help create. We just have to ask. But it's like a 2-year old, when we come down here, let me do it. I want to do it until we're like, okay, can you help me with this? And they're like, yes, absolutely. So don't be afraid to ask for help from your spiritual team because they are very excited to be able to help you here. All right. And yeah, a big piece of it here, and this is kind of what it's saying here. We've got the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability, the balancing of the head and the heart with the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords, which is pursuit of higher knowledge and higher wisdom that comes in here too. So that's, basically what I was saying is just these three cards. I basically was speaking before turning over the cards. They're like, yeah, this is what we were talking about, that emotional stability, because when we're at peace, we can connect and we can use our brilliant brain too. Because if we're anxious, when our little inner child feels unsafe, out of control, and it'll knock our brain offline and our compassionate, loving side too. And that's why we have test anxiety or performance anxiety, writer's block, or whatever, because we're stressed. And when we're stressed, our brain doesn't want us to stand there wondering if this monster's gonna eat us or not. It wants us to react, and it throws our intelligent brain offline so that we're not like, "Now is that a tiger, a lion, or a black panther?" And we're eaten. It wants us to react. So emotional calmness allows us to, seek answers and use our brilliant brain too. So I like that. Balance is important. Okay. And so If you're feeling like, I can't think of something, take a break, go walk outside, reconnect and calm, and then answers will come. And then, of course, you can ask them too. Got the Four of Wands. So you have this joy, this celebration. Again, and that's creativity too. You have the creativity, you have the ability, and I like this joy celebration. Um, and let it be an expression of your joy instead of work, right? I like this going about it excited and like I want, especially if it's like, well, I can do this, but if it's like, I feel like going big is allowing you to express your creativity and you'll be really excited about it instead of feeling like, well, I've got to do this in order, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's enjoying the whole process, not feeling like, and I like this celebrating as you're going along instead of going, I can celebrate when, like, how many months and years in the future. When it reaches this point, then I can be happy. Look how long you have to wait. Then you get there, you're not going to be happy anyway because you haven't learned to be happy in the moment. There will always be something more that you're wanting to do until you can be happy. So it's like celebrate as you go through this each moment. Celebrate, your creativity, celebrate your mental ability, celebrate every little step along the way. I like that. Yeah, and the Five of Cups is movement of energy, realizing that, usually it's three spilt cups, and well, there is three spilt cups really, because these three cups are spilt. So if you cover up these and these, you're left with two cups. This is emotional choice. And I like this coming in here for you too, because there's this, approach of we're taught, right, growing up, a lot of opinion around when all these little kind of things happen. They're supposed to mean this, like the story, and then the emotion I'm supposed to feel, and the energy I'm supposed to invest, and the physical actions I'm supposed to take. But that's all opinion. And when we have that belief, which all humans do as we're growing up, because we're kind of tuned into that through praise and punishment, growing up from adults, right? That we feel like, okay, well, I'm at the whim of the outside world. Who knows what's going to happen next? And then that's going to mean I have to feel this emotionally. If that happens, I have to feel this way. But when we realize I have the power of my emotional choice, I get to choose how I feel about everything. And I am choosing. I always have. But I've been choosing based on opinion that someone gave me that I took on as my opinion, reinforced it where it became my reaction, where it doesn't even feel like I'm choosing anymore, but I am. When I realize, you know, I could get fired at any time and I get to choose, am I going to be devastated by that or am I going to celebrate it? I get to choose. Well, you're supposed to. And they're like, "Pff, screw the supposed to's. I'm in charge. I get to decide what I want to feel emotionally. And I feel like it's an important piece as you're creating, going, everyone's going to have an opinion and it's constantly fluctuating and changing. So what matters is how you feel about things and that you can choose how you feel about it. I like that. How empowering. All right. Now, your final three cards here. Oh, well, actually, you have another four here on the bottom of the deck, which they waited to show now, which is the Four of Pentacles. You got this solid foundation. Fours, fours, fours. It's like a huge table with four huge legs on it. You got a very solid foundation so that you can build upon it. Just, they're leaving you with, don't forget your higher self here. You can see things from a higher perspective, the capital T truths, so they can glean from their knowledge. You got the Queen of Cups, which is again like the High Priestess, connecting to the your intuition and trusting your gut and trusting your connection with spirit. And again, the Two of Cups. So if we had any doubt, and remember, you get to choose how you feel about everything. And so if we're worried about the end result and what people will think, people are going to think what they're going to think and feel what they're going to feel. but your journey is yours, and your worth and your definition doesn't depend on what other people are saying or thinking, or it's your joy, and it's like in you creating it. That's the joy of it. It's the adventure of it, not the end result. And so there's kind of a little subliminal message that's not so subliminal anymore about, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, because that's what it's all about. End results, not attaching to an end result, because it's all about the steps along the way. You get to the end, you start something else. So it's all about each celebrating each step along the way. And I do love that for you. Let's see here. I like the sweet dreams fortune cookie here for you. Let's see what else we have here for you. Yeah. Yeah. And change. Don't feel afraid to make changes as you go along. It says, I embrace change in this new day and I adapt to what is to come. And that is the whole thing. It's like you're going to, no matter what comes, that's that whole thing of sometimes we feel at the whim of the outside world because we've been taught, well, when this comes, this is how I have to feel and think and do and blah, blah. Kind of feel like puppets on a string. But when we realize I get to choose my story, my emotions, my energy, my actions, can't control anyone else's, you'd stop caring about what comes next because I get to decide what it all means. Everyone's going to have an opinion about what it's supposed to mean, but I get to decide. So there's power there. So I love that for you. Wow, KV, boom. All right, I'm excited for this application. What is this going to do? My goodness. But you have a lot of support behind you, so I love that for you. And thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right, and I think that's the last of my donations for right now. So I know, so powerful. Boom. I love it. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. All right. So, what I jump to next after donations are my YouTube channel members. So we'll do those. Here, I think I have a couple of those. Um, and then I'll start the free readings. I will get through everything today. I'm still going to be on for about 45 more minutes ish. No, less than that. About 40 more minutes. So we might be able to get through a majority of all the free readings too. But if you do want to dive deeper, donations, I'm still accepting those, of course. All right. So Happy Pill, you are my first YouTube channel member. And these will go faster too because we only do 1 to 2 cards for free readings. So um, here we go. Buckle up. So a general for the month, Happy Pill. What does Spirit want you to know about this month of December? That's already a weekend. Can you believe that? All right. So you do have here the 10 of Swords is about closure, letting go of expectations, kind of getting to the point of just sick and tired of trying to please everyone else in the world and try to meet up to all these supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's that restrict and make us feel small and limited, and because of like expectations become like blinders on a horse. You know how they're like this. They can't see the things out here because that's why they're designed so they don't get spooked by stuff out here. That's why they're like, you will look where I tell you to look. But this is about removing those expectations and opening up. And that's when you see this Page of Pentacles, these new opportunities that you wouldn't have seen before had you kept these rules. And I feel like you're just like, I'm tired of things not coming in, not working out, and for taking forever to get here. Well, once you remove them, you're like, oh, look, it's right here. And you find opportunities where you wouldn't before. So just begin to question these small t truths rooted in fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of what other people will say, and kind of drop those, and you can see a lot of opportunities really start to open up here in the month for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. And then Kelly, you are up next. A general reading. So let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Wow. You do have a significant ending and beginning coming up here with the Wheel of Fortune number 10, Major Arcana, and the full card starting back at 0, right? It is for you, right? It's the tuna for you. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. Everything always is for us, and we can move from life is happening to us to life is happening for us. But it's the full card being the first card in the major arcana follows the last card in the major arcana. How does that work? Which is the world card, ending of a major cycle, reaching a point, and you're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for things to unfold. And that wheel of fortune is also about the wheels of fate are moving, and you're ready for this next stage of your life coming up here. And so they do celebrate that, and they're just wanting you to know that it is a significant ending and beginning, 10 being the number of endings, but the wheel of fortune is turning, that it's something, of course, that's for you and to continue on this path coming up here. So it is in a way a celebration of all the work that you've been doing and all the steps you've been taking, and that because of that the wheels are turning faster than they were before, because you've taken a lot of steps, doing a lot of energy into your internal work. And I know you did some brain stuff, and but it's recognized, and it is seen, and you are going to be seeing the fruit of your labor that comes up here. And so there is this beginning, and it's an adventure that's free of so many expectations. It's the full card's like a little child that sees the possibilities of the world, and it just opens up. And so I like that for you. You're just going to feel like so much weight lifted and a breath of fresh air, and just like, wow, the world is your oyster, as they say. Like, there's just so many possibilities. What do I want to do next? And keep that adventure energy of, there's no supposed to, there's no should, there's no judgment, there's no better or worse, good or bad decisions. There's just different decisions with different outcomes, and no judgment behind it. Spirit's like, what do you want to do next? And they're excited. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, Kelly. So many blessings to you. Okay. We did those. We did those. All right. So that was it for my YouTube channel members. So we're all done with those. And now we'll jump into the free reading. So let me shuffle these up, and we will start at the top. We got macaroni will be the first free reading up. All right. Okay. So a general reading for the next 48 hours. So what do they want you to know, macaroni? All right. Doing these two. You got the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So a lot of mental activity with the Queen of Swords. She has the Ace of Swords here. So she's given you this gift to be able to see things from a different perspective mentally. Like, you're able to change the story, see a different perspective of what's happening in this 48 hours. Now, the Queen of Swords, the reason why she has such balancing energy too, is that behind the scenes she has Cups energy, and you have the Seven of Cups coming in here. So there is this seeing things from a different perspective is important. So take a breath and step back before you make decisions. And the Seven of Cups is also this emotional choice, that the Seven of Cups is a variety of emotions you can choose. So I feel like they're saying things will go a lot smoother and easier for you if whatever decisions and situations come up, if you just take a breath, don't go, because that'll piss off the other people, but just kind of, okay, let me think here for a sec. You know, all right, I hear what you're saying. And then think and try to see it from a different perspective. And then realize that the emotions, there's like, uh, think of those Seven of Cups as like seven buttons. I can push what emotional button I want for me. And then also by how I respond and communicate, I'm also going to be making it easier or harder for someone to push different emotional buttons themselves, right? You're not responsible for their triggers or whatever, but you can be aware, right? I can't choose how someone's going to feel, but I can make it easier for them to choose fear or unconditional love by how I say things, especially with Mars is going into retrograde and Mercury in the middle of retrograde communication. It's very important to be aware of the words and the tone in which you say it. And that's just what they have for you. Just be very cognizant of how you're communicating. Not that you communicate in a bad way. It's just there's a lot of static out there. And so the more careful you are, the easier it is for you. It's the less blowback and the less fires that start, like, whoa, what happened? But I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Macaroni. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have GNXO. Hello, love. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And you want to ask, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you? And can we check the underlying energies? Sure, let's take a look here. So, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you? Feelings, next actions. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. Closure, endings, letting go of some expectations here. So their feelings, I got the devil card here. Well, that makes sense that they've got all this kind of swords energy, this thinking energy with this Capricorn Saturn energy, the shaking and the rattling of their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets. So they got a lot of fears that are being expressed here, right? They have a lot of reactionary energy. Well, Virgos, they do go into their head more easily than into their hearts. They're big thinkers. They're ruled by Mercury, so they do. They're in their head. we'll just we'll just put it there. Whoa, we probably see smoke coming out of their ears, right? Their next actions towards you. Well, go figure. Five of Swords, the conflict of communication, a lot of thinking. But this is more they're conflicted inside their head. Their heart exists, but their head is like thinks it's in charge. And there's just this conflict that's going on with them right now. Their head is like, no, 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 we want to do it. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. No, the heart's like, yes, 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 yes. And they have them on like one of those little, toddlers have those little harnesses. They have their heart on a harness, and they're like, no, the brain's going, no, you can't communicate, you can't say that, you can't do that. And so there's a lot of conflicted energy that's going on with them right now. I can't see them um, doing any actions. I just feel like they're kind of in this internal battle that's going on right now, Gene. So, woo. Once that gets, someone's going to win. Usually the heart wins in the long run because the heart is stronger, and the heart was created first before the thinking part was created and developed. But it's going to be a little bit, I feel. So that's what's coming in for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right. And we answered that one already. We did those. We did those. Hey, Minu. Good to see you. And you're very welcome for the previous reading. And you want to know now, how will you meet your future spouse? All right. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. How will you meet your future spouse? All right. These two here. The Magician. Oh, wow. Got a death and rebirth card. I mean, you got the death and rebirth card, and then you have the number one, which is the like new beginnings. So at a funeral? No, I'm just kidding. Wow, look at you hitting people up at a funeral. No, it's not that. This is at a significant ending and beginning in your life, though, and it's something that you have initiated with the Magician card. So you've put an end and a beginning to something. Like I said, both major arcana, so it's at a time where you've made a significant transformation in your life. You've either moved to a different location, um, changed jobs, changed careers. It's like you've made a significant alteration in your life. But again, you implemented it. It's not something that's happening to you, in your life. And you're like, oh no, it's like, okay, I've done this, I've changed this. And moved countries or whatever, but that's when you meet them because right now you guys are not like in each other's pathway with where you're at, and with you guys both making changes, you come across each other's path and boom, that's when you meet and how you meet. Um, location, I was feeling here with the magician card too. It's how you meet, because that's what you're asking is how. Yeah, how you meet is living your passion. And we talk about this every once in a while where sometimes we're like, "Oh, I'm trying to fill a position in my life and I'm interviewing and doing background checks on people, dating, whatever, because I'm trying to find someone." This is not that. You meet because you're doing something you love, that you enjoy. And in doing something you love and enjoy, they're also doing something they love and enjoy, which happens to be the same thing as you. And you meet doing it. It's like, all these things flowing through my head, like a culinary class or learning pottery or painting, or it's something about expressing your creativity and your passions in life. That's where you guys meet. So it's not about we're going to find them on a dating site and through a matchmaker, blah blah blah. It's you're going to meet them and doing something that you really is a passion of yours. It's really a passion of theirs, and then you guys enjoy doing it together and it's like, wow, win-win, right? So that's coming in, all right? So that's what they have for you, menu. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up next. So Ateshi, you have to ask, why did SSP give you so much attention when it seemed like he was interested in other people? Oh, a mixed messenger, huh? I'm seeing pictures. If you ever watched like old Batman and Robin, it's the Riddler. He had all these question marks in this suit and he had a green mask. It's like, oh, sounds like the Riddler to me. Yeah, the Eight of Cups is about them leaving emotions and leaving relationships and things that don't serve them anymore. And so they're really going through kind of an emotional purification or purging of relationships and people and end emotions from the past. Ten of Swords, they're really getting tired of people's expectations and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. They're just tired of all this people pleasing and trying to do all this stuff. So I feel like, they might have been interested in other people, but I feel like they're just like have had it with everyone's um judgments and disappointments, and that they've been disappointed in other people and they're, changing things. And so I feel like, they gave you a lot of attention because you were different. And I feel like this is the kind of energy. They're like, all these people want this and that and this and that. But I feel like you kind of have this acceptance and this kind of unconditional less expectations, less stuff, and it's like you're safe. You're a safe zone of they can just be themselves, and they've always felt that with you. This might kinda go back to some past lives too, because it seems like there's this kind of underlying draw in the subconscious area because of past life connections you guys have had, but they also feel just very comfortable with you and other people not so much. They just feel like fear of, well, I'm gonna not be enough for them, not be enough for them, not be for enough of them. But they're like, you don't come across that way. And I feel like that's why they were giving you a lot of attention because it feels comfortable and it feels safe and accepting and um like I said, it just feels like a safe zone, if that makes sense. So hopefully that resonates. So that's what's coming in, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. All right. So continuing down the list here, we got Bella Luna. You are up next, I think. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. So a general reading, absolutely. Sorry if you guys hear it. Sounds like someone's doing their lawn or something outside. Sounds like a leaf blower or something. All right. So let's see what we have here, Bella Luna. Okay. You know, they're saying here with Spirit saying it's really important for you to be true to your authentic self with this 3 of Pentacles. And I feel like you have been working on this. You've been like trying to be more the authentic you and not trying to be what you think other people want you to be. And um and I feel like you're expressing your true creativity and your true self more and more and more, which is great. And because the 6 of Cups tells you that you are going to meet someone. It's destined. You have the 6 of Cups. There's a fated relationship that you have that will be coming into your life if you're not in it already. In that, but you'll know it's them because it's past life connections too. It's going to be so obvious. I usually joke that it's like the person is glowing in the dark and they've got a rainbow shooting out of their butt, and you're like, oh, there they are. It's gonna be that obvious, the energetic connection and draw between the 2 of you, and that, on one hand of this 3 of Pentacles, it's so you don't have to worry about being someone different because there's already gonna be this attraction that's energetic, and it's not gonna be you guys can't almost help it because 'cause you're gonna be like, "Whoa," it's like 2 magnets, like that, right? The other thing with the 3 of Pentacles is that that's one of the things that they're gonna love about you, and it's really attractive to them, is you being you, not you being someone else. So, I like this celebration of that you've been taking steps to be more true to yourself and cutting away these old thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you anymore. And, I'm like, I don't need to be someone else. And celebrating yourself and then going, hey, this is what's going to happen. They're going to draw in and they're going to love me for who I am by being me. In fact, it could be like you could be like they're showing me like at a potter's wheel, and you're doing clay, and your hair's all over the place. You got all this, clay all over your face, and you're not wearing a whole lot of makeup, and you got, all of this all over, and you know, and and then they're in the potter's wheel next to you, and they're a wreck too, compared to like the first impression that we think we want to make, and they're just like, how are you doing that with that? Mine keeps collapsing, and you're like, oh, you just need to put more water, and you need to, um, have more clay to start off with. You can always scrape it away. Oh, really? Da, da, da. Yeah, here, let me show you. And like, cool. And they're like, cool. And you're like, what kind of pottery are you making? And this conversation goes, and it just kind of goes along like that. So I like this for you. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Bella Luna. So many blessings to you. All right. We did those. We did those. All right. All right. And then we have Magana. Hello, hello. Oops. We actually have Johanna. And let me see here. Let me just take a quick look here because we've got Magana, Dollface Diva, Maria's free question, Amazing Grace, Patricia for your free question, Swaroop Bobby 6, and Ashvin Ray 7, and Amber 8. Okay. I know, I know. I'm wondering here, since I got just 15 minutes left in Johanna, and we have a praying mantis right after this. I know I did this to you last time too. I don't want to make it a habit, but just since I'm so close to finishing the free readings, I'm wondering if I could, since you're praying mantis, if we could grab that if I run out of time, of course, in the praying mantis session. Would you be so generous? I know you will. I know you will. Okay, thank you. Of course. I know, of course. I don't wanna be assumptive. Presumptive, I guess is the word. All right. So thank you so much. You're so kind. I love it. So I grabbed a screenshot, so we'll make sure we get that. All right, Magana, anything you need to know at this moment? Honestly, this year has been bad in terms of both personal and family life, but you have hope for the new year. Any guidance? All right, let's take a look here. What do you need to know at this moment? All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we definitely have. You've had a load full of emotions this year with the Seven of Cups. The Justice card, though, justice is coming. No, you got the Ace of Swords and you know, the scales here. And so, balance and seeing things from a different perspective and really this year has been about learning emotional choice and experiencing it. Excuse me, hiccup. Cuz truly there is no good or bad in life. There just is. And I know that goes against what our mind is telling us when we're like, no, there's bad and good, but that's a human thing. We have stories. We determine the story that something is, but it's based on the small t truths that we've grown up with. Same with our emotional choices, our energetic choices, our physical choices. And so this year has really been a big kind of um like starting point for you to be able to see life, and 2025 will be different because I do feel like you're going to be using that Ace of Swords to see things, and there's going to be such clarity coming in about when that thing happened. I felt it was bad because I was taught that that's bad, but now they're giving you details around why it happened, how it impacted things, what it brought up within you for you to transform, the mirrors that people were for each other. You're going to see like big picture knowledge and wisdom around why things happened. And even though our human experienced it as something horrible, we'll be able to step outside of that perspective from the human and see it from our higher self and understand, why did I want that to happen for me? I feel like there's going to be a big transformation yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Next year about maybe your transformation started yesterday. But it's like from that these things were happening to me in my life because that we come down here to experience that lower vibrational, bad emotions and what we call bad. It's lower vibrational, rooted in fear, right? Feeling like a victim, feeling like life is happening to us, like we're on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode. And it transforms into, okay, why did I, on my higher I, want this to happen for me? What did I glean from it? Like, what hidden gift was in there for me? And I feel like that's what will happen next year. And I feel like it's starting to happen this year. You started to really see things, but I feel like it's really going to click next year because you're going to see some details of, oh, now I know why this happened because this is what I needed to see because of this and this and this. A lot of things coming together. So all the puzzle pieces are all going to come together next year for you. So hopefully that helps a little bit there. So that's what they have for you, Magana. And then Dollface Diva, a general for next week. Let's see what we got here. What does Spirit wants you to know for next week? Yeah, you got the Seven of Swords coming in here. And so there is this clarity of some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made it difficult for you to accept some things to come into your life, some things that have stolen your joy in the past. And I like this release and this awareness that comes in here for you because the Four of Wands is all about joy and celebration and stabilized energy. And so I do feel like things have been happening. It feels like for like 2 to 3 weeks, but things come to a head next week where you realize, wait a minute, why am I letting this bother me? This trigger that's inside of me, these feelings are flags that something can be looked at in a story that I've been putting on things, and this emotional connection that I've been having. And there's this freedom that comes from it, this realization going, oh, that's why it's been, you know, gnawing at me. And you realize it's something that happened a long time ago that's just been echoing forward. But you really, I feel like next week you put it together. It is like a little bung, the little light bulb goes off and going, wait a minute, this feels familiar. And it's because this is echoing to my present day. So if I go back and transform that and flow through it, it won't impact me anymore. The trigger will dissipate. So I like that. Wow, how exciting. So that's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Maria P. So your free question, does W want to break it off with you? So current energies, of course, we already talked about them being in their fight or flight mode, right? No, it doesn't. I feel like they're still contemplating. The Page of Swords is they're trying to gain clarity, and their emotions are flowing with this Knight of Cups. So, they see how I'm like I'm having trouble talking. It's like that's what they're doing because they're going back and forth between two things. Well, I mean, that's kind of what the energy I'm picking up between their head and their heart. The fight or flight, they want to run, but they're also trying to see things differently, because they're like, I don't want to be that guy, but their little inner child's like, run, there's an emotional monster. And they're like, no, 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 don't run, don't run. But their little inner child's like, I gotta go, I wanna go. So they're still in this, give them time. Don't hold them, if you can, responsible for how they're acting right now. Because we talked about they're being their 2-year-old self right now. Okay. All right, so that's what they have for you right now, Maria. So hang in there, my dear. Okay. Okay, and then Amazing Grace. So you said Yavanti has been ignoring you. When will he come back around? You're kind of sad a little bit. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Mm, we have the Tower card here, which there's this message that tells us that we can trust that when someone's moved out of our life, they're moved out of our life on purpose, for purpose, to make space for something or someone who's more in alignment with our higher self and where we want to go. It clears the pathway for us to move forward. So I don't necessarily feel like they're going to come back. And I almost feel like, well, I don't almost feel like, I feel like Spirit is saying it's to make way for this Six of Cups, this fated individual that's to come into your life, someone that has a lot of past life connection for you. So the tower's burned down to replace it with something more in alignment with you here. And I know I'm kind of a little sad. We're kind of sad when the old dilapidated condemned building burns down, but when it's getting replaced by an updated upgraded castle instead of a dilapidated old tower, we can be a little less sad, right? Because it's like, what? There's the pathways being cleared for someone that's so much more in alignment with your soul and your higher self and your journey. And if you thought it's always an upgrade, it's never a downgrade, so it's like, wow, you're being moved to first class, and you're like, what? Really? Yes. And so I feel like, I don't feel like that they're going to be coming back into the picture, but that's okay. I don't think you're going to care because this person's going to be coming in and stepping into that place in your life, and you're going to be like, holy moly, thank goodness. So hopefully that brings a little bit of a, oh, okay, that's not so bad. When you see the picture of the castle that's replacing this tower that's burning down, you're like, I can live with that, right? So that's the kind of energy I'm getting here, Amazing Grace. So many blessings to you. And then Patricia is staying at the same hotel as last Christmas, where you should stay again this year. All right, let's see here. Is that for your highest experience to be in the same hotel? All right. No. One of the few cards I have in this deck here. So the creator says no. So choose a different location. Maybe even something. You got the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom, which is something fuller and maybe a little more fancier with the 10 of Pentacles. It's about abundance. So they're like, you know, there's somewhere else that brings a lot more abundance for you. But I feel like it's more like offers more as well. So choose that one. All right. So fast answer. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that's what they have for you, Patricia. Many blessings to you. All right. And we did those. We did those. We did those. All right. And then Swaroop Bobby. Let's take a look here. Love reading. Let's see what a spirit wants you to know about love right now. All right. So you have the Three of Wands coming in here, and this Three of Wands is about changing directions from where you would normally head and do. And it happens because of new information you glean through stepping into this power of choice with the Chariot. And that just it tells me here because every moment we have a choice we make of story, emotion, energy, and physical action. And I just feel like they're wanting you to purge old ways of thinking that don't support you anymore. Those are the ones rooted in fear, and this would be around love. Any supposed to, shoulds, need tos, have tos, must, like get rid of those. Any emotions from the past that are lower vibration that don't serve you anymore, purge. Anything energetically in your life, purge. Anything physically that's like, if you're like, this doesn't, bring me joy anymore, give it away, sell it. Purge. It's all this time of getting rid of mental, emotional, energetic, and physical things out of your life to make space. Because right now it's like there's too much clog. There's no space for someone to come into your life. And this is an important piece in the journey in getting there. So, yay, spring cleaning in December. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right. Okay, we did those. We did those. Thank you guys for your patience in getting to the readings here. All right. And then Ashvin Ray, guidance for you. All right, let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, it really is about you stepping into your power. You got the Page of Wands, which is fire energy and using your energy to move forward. And you got the Emperor energy here too, which is the Aries energy, which is you deciding what you're wanting, get rid of opinion, get rid of all the advisors, step back. What do you want to do? Make a plan and energy forward. It's really stepping into authority. It's like everyone else has their own ways and blah blah blah, but what is it that you truly want in your life right now? What is it that you want to do and where you want to head forward and go? And it's time to do that. It's time to step forward and do that. So stepping into your power, the big thing is really letting go of a lot of what other people are thinking and telling you to do, getting out of your head and in your heart and letting your heart lead you forward. I feel is really what they're, wanting to do and head into there. Okay. Right. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to Ashvin. Then Amber, a general reading. What do your guides want you to know? All right, let's take a look here. All right. So you have this Queen of Swords, who, of course, big thinker, big clarifier, bringing a lot of clarity around what this dream come true is about the perfect partner that comes in here. Because the star card is about dreams come true, wishing upon a star. But the Queen of Swords is like one of my ideal mates or ideal partner kind of energies. And it is this balancing, getting out of your head and allowing your heart to have more of a say so in that. And so this is where this clarity is coming in with that Ace of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. She brings in clarity. So this long held dream that we're all given growing up, right? of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, all of that, coming in there. That is, a big piece of what's the clarity. It's cutting away these small t truths that we've, all this opinion we've been given all our lives, and you're redefining it. It's like this clarity of the wishing upon a star of who this person is. Who do I want them to be? What does the relationship look like? Who do I want to be? A lot of clarity coming in. And it could also roll over into all of your dreams, because I feel like once you revamp that and get clarity around what it is you truly want, not what you think you're supposed to want, but what you truly want, you're like, wait a minute, but let me look at my career dream or this dream or that dream too. Because now that I realize how much of this was influenced by opinion, and now other stuff isn't matching up. And so I feel like you're revamping a lot of the dream come true kind of energy that is coming in with all that. So I like that for you. Right? So that's what they have for you, Amber. So many blessings. Oh, I'm so sorry, Moonlight. Psst, I just now noticed you had a donation here too. And I'm about to head off here. Um, so I will return because are you are you Praying Mantis? Or are you Zen Cricket? Because I'm about to head off to Praying Mantis too. But let me see here. So I had one more here, hot sun. So hot sun and then moonlight here too. So what I'm gonna do here, moonlight, um, because I am heading off here. Yeah, you're Zen Cricket, so you can't get into those. So what I'm gonna do here, moonlight, since I'm usually headed over right now, but I'm just gonna take care of Hot Sun's reading real quick. I will come back on a special session for yours, because you have your free reading too. So I will, because I want to dive deep into yours, and I don't want to like rush through it and just to get it done. That's not me. I'll come back on and I'll give you your free reading, and then your so it's just going to be for you. It's going to be like a little video for just you, um, and we'll get those taken care of. So, all right. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So, Hot Sun, what are Cam's intentions towards you and the bottom of the deck? All right, so what are Cam's intentions? What is Camo up to? You got the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So it feels like that they're very much into the outside world, trying to build security in the outside world. And his intentions too here, I mean, the Four of Swords feels like that they're kind of just, bump a dump a dump a dump, um, going along with the flow of things. Not really, I don't feel like there's like specific intentions besides the Page of Pentacles is like new opportunities opening up in the outside world. And I do feel like they're really focused in on the coin and building the outside world versus, like specific intentions of like, I want to do this with you specifically. I feel like they're kind of just like going with the flow of with most things, except for I want to build as much as I can, like home and finance and job and this and that. And relationship is in this list of things in the outside world, but I don't feel like they have like a specific plan together right now. I just kind of feel like they're very flowy, if that makes sense, Hot Sun. Just all that energy of coin just feels like they're wanting to do that. So interesting, right? But that's what's coming in. So for you right now, Hot Sun. So but that's the energy that I'm picking up, at least where they're at right now. I feel like they want to get a lot of stuff in order before like they'll expand into relationship. They got like this mindset of, and maybe they were like raised by powerful um, female women. Well, of course, mostly women are female, right? But a lot of strong females in their life where they were like, "You better take care of your woman. You better take care of this. You better take care of that," or blah blah blah. And they've got all this pressure, like from sisters and everything else, and aunts, and they're like, "Okay, I've got to make sure I got all this the security so that I can make sure they're happy." And I feel like that's all on their mind first, if that makes sense. All right. All right. So I'm headed off here. Oh, Maria, so sorry. I will have to catch you on the flip side when I return. I'll be back in a little while after I have my praying mantis time. So I shall return. So I'm actually a minute late. So thank you guys so much for all your love and all of your support. If you want something to look at while you guys are waiting or anything else, we've got these solstice readings that are available for everyone right now for each individual element and like air signs, fire signs, water signs, and then there's special oracle within each one as well. So if you guys want to check those out for some additional 3-month reading from December 20th to like March 20th, those are available as well. So all right, everybody, remember as we're going through this adventure every second of every day of our lives, we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.